Everybody, welcome to Live at 5 here at Island Music Company. As always, my name is Jack, and this is Island Music Company. All right, so we got a handful of things here. Today's a special kind of thing. We're doing like a staff pick kind of thing. So I've asked Tanner and Dylan to each pick out a guitar for me, and then in the coming weeks, we'll probably feature one from someone else each week. So we'll see where it's at, and we'll see how well they keep it up. If they keep giving me like cool guitars, we'll keep doing it. But if they keep throwing things like Squire Affinity Strats at me, then who knows? We'll see. So, first things first, we have some very cool used gear in the shop right now. All kinds of guitars, like a Fender American Original 60s Jaguar, a handful of used basses that came in not too long ago, a couple very unique guitar pieces, like a Fano, and a few other things. But one thing in particular I'm very excited for. It's right behind me here. This is called the Court Effector. They made a number of these in all kinds of different sizes of guitars. Or shapes of guitars, I should say. I can't even get into what kind of wood is on there because I haven't been able to find that. I've looked everywhere and I can't find who says what. And it's kind of hard to tell if you can't see the grain. If I had to guess, because it's made by Court, my guess is we're probably looking at things like, I don't know, it's in the 80s, so it's really hard to say too. Like it's, I don't know. If I had to guess by the weight, I'd say mahogany. I'm not really entirely sure. Made in Korea. A few dings and scratches. The coolest thing about this guitar, though, isn't the shape, isn't that it was made by Court. It's that on board, it has effects built into the guitar. There's not like a speaker on the guitar. It's while you're plugging out from the guitar into an amp. These go through your signal path to the amp. So you have, what is it? Distortion, chorus, wah, vibrato, delay. And then you have a button here that says, I gotta quit in the stand. When you're in the up position, you're normal, so just no effects. When you're down position, your effects are on. You have a phase switch, which is kind of like your pickup selector, because if you notice, there's no pickup selector. If you push in two of them at the same time, that's how you get the vibrato. Push these two at the same time, that's how you get your wah sound. Like your auto wah, like that Boss AW3 pedal. But yeah, it's just something cool and unique. You don't see them every day. I've seen a few of these in my time, but anyone born after like 2000 probably has never seen one. So this is cool here. The Court Effector. Usually when people come in, like, I want to learn about effects, we sell them like one or two pedals. I'm gonna show them this. This is really fun. This is a cool idea. I like it. If you think about it, it's kind of like when Roland and Boss do the GR55 kind of stuff. You just put that synth and pick up under their guitar, and all that stuff goes through the pedal. Except this is all on board. Someone should do this again. This would be cool. I would be all about it. That's a cool idea. I like it. I realize now that I have a custom shop here, Fender Custom Shop, but I forgot to grab the build sheet. So I'm gonna walk off screen for like 5 seconds to grab that build sheet. If that was more than 5 seconds, I apologize. I don't know how to count. All right. So this is a cool guitar. Let me show it to you, and then we'll get through this like we normally do. All right. From the Fender Custom Shop, we're looking at a 50s style aged pink paisley thin line Telecaster. And yes, it's aged, and yes, it's relict. Incredibly lightweight because it's thin line. Comes in that nice, like that brown Tolex Fender Custom Shop case. Very cool. Like most Custom Shop relic guitars, they did an excellent job on the neck when it comes to the fingerboard and the back of the neck. It's a 50 style, so you're getting that chunk that you're pretty familiar with when it comes to 50 style guitars. But yeah, I'm gonna move the Court kind of off screen. I'm gonna hang this up behind it so you can see it while I go through the spec sheet. All right, so let's dive in. What all we got here? All right, body style is a 51 Nocaster. Let's see. The neck, medium tint, nitrocellulose finish, maple neck, of course. 50 style truss rod, 9.5-inch radius, 57 styles soft V neck shape. So like I said, like a little bulkier than your average telly neck. We'll pull the whole sheet out and see what else is in here. Electronics, there we go, the pickups. You're looking at a hand wound twisted telly neck and a hand wound, let's see, and then it's the original hand wound original telly bridge pickup. They've both been relicked. But yeah, you can see the hardware's got all the 50 style hardware. It's all aged and relic to match everything else on there. But yeah, very cool. Relic, Bink Paisley, 51 Nocaster, 50s thin line telly from the custom shop. And like every other custom shop that comes through here, when they're from Fender, they come with this really cool book with your build spec sheet. So those are the two kind of more unique things. We've got, like I said, the Cort Effector, and then we're also looking at this brilliant custom shop. So now let's go through staff picks. I've picked something, Tanner has picked something, and Dylan has picked something. 2 acoustics and a bass. Sounds about right. So let's start with Dylan's pick. Dylan picked out the ever wonderful D41 from Martin. The D41 has an East Indian rosewood back and sides, a spruce top. You're looking at a 2-piece back. It uses abalone and pearl for all the inlay work. It has hand-carved scallop bracing pattern on the inside. And you're looking at the reduced hexagon inlay work on there. The D41 is a brilliant looking guitar. Sounds amazing as well. But there's just so much by hand detail that gets done on these guitars, and they're beautiful. Like I said, there's a 2-piece back with that inlay work striped down the back there. Phenomenal guitar. Martin does a lot of great things, and I don't think anyone's ever going to beat what Martin can do on a Dreadnought. Just how it is. Whether it's a D28, 35, 41, whatever it is, custom shop. Even their X series stuff is really good. The mid-range stuff, the Road series and things like that. Everything, whether it's standard, Road series, custom shop, everything Martin does Dreadnought is top tier. So I mean, that's kind of that's what they're known for. You think Martin, you think Dreadnoughts. D41, we got it here. This is actually going up on the floor after this, so if you want to come in and play it, it's out for display. As you can probably tell, this is a big bass. This is a 7-string bass. I'm not even sure how to hold it and talk about it for a long period of time, so let's see how this works. You might be thinking, first off, how is that even tuned? 7 strings. Well, it's not tuned like a 6-string, because, you know, the 6th string is B, E, A, D, G, C. This is not that. This is A, D, G, E, A, D, G. So it's your 4 strings and then your 3. These are fretless. These are not. And because of that, you have different variances. You might see like this neck fretboard here goes a little bit longer. Got your thumb rest there. But you're looking at a few differences here. There's a radius on the fretted side. There's not a radius on the fretless side. You're looking at 22 versus 24 frets. There's not really frets on a fretless bass, but you know, they have the side markers there so you know where you're at. It is a 7-piece neck using maple, walnut, and bubinga. You have Indian rosewood and what was the other one? Bubinga for the fingerboard. So 2 different woods there. 2-band EQ with a piezo, And then on the back, in here, you have your gain knob controls for your piezo. And like I said, it's just a monster of a bass. And I tell you what, it comes with one of those light Ibanez cases. They're less than $2,000. It's like $1,500, somewhere right in there. But it's phenomenal. This is the bass for the virtuoso bass player, for the guy who has many different types of gigs in a month or in a couple months. You want to go from rock to jazz to funk. It's all there. All right here. They call these the Super J pickups. But yeah, this is the Ibanez SRA7S. This was Tanner's pick for the live stream. So yeah. SRA7S from Ibanez. Phenomenal bass. This one, if you want to check out, you do have to ask us to pull it out of the back. It's just too wide. It doesn't fit in any of the hangers here in the shop. It'll fit a normal guitar stand, but it doesn't fit on any of the wall hangers. So ask us if you want to check it out, and we'll gladly pull it out for you. All right, and here's my pick. Surprise, it's a Taylor. Nobody's surprised. This is the Taylor GT811E. GT stands for Grand Theater. I personally love the Grand Theater from Taylor. I have two Grand Theaters myself. I have the AD11E, which is the American Dream. The 11 stands for like the Grand Theater shape. And that's a walnut body with a spruce top, and it's this really cool like sunburst kind of finish. And then I have the GTE Urban Ash, which is a phenomenal guitar. Urban Ash has very quickly become one of my favorite tone woods. I hope Taylor continues to use it. We've talked about it here before, but I'm going to do a special video next week, probably kind of like talking about the different tone woods and how Taylor has come up and in a very sustainable and creative way to use tone woods found within not just the United States, but specifically within the state of California. So, what's so special about this guitar? Well, like anything else in the 800 series, you're looking at a spruce top, East Indian rosewood body. The only difference really that makes this stand out from the other, well, a few differences that make it stand out from the other guitars in the 800 series is rather than a V-class bracing, which is usually noted by the black graphite nut, is that this uses what's called a C-class bracing. C-class allows a smaller scale, smaller body guitar like this to produce a very warm and low-end type tone without sacrificing anything else. So it allows you to get the sound of a much larger acoustic out of a smaller body without losing volume, projection, and sustain. So the GT811E is, you're also noticing, probably smaller, like I've said. It's a shorter scale guitar. I believe it comes in like 24 and a half, 24 something right in there. But the easiest way to dictate, and noting that it's a smaller guitar, the GT811E kind of, well, the Grand Theater in general, but the one I'm holding, brings you somewhere between a GS Mini and a Grand Concert Series. So not the Grand Auditorium, but the Grand Concert Series, which are your guitars that are like, you know, a 112. The now, you know, I believe there's a new 212, 412, 8, you know, pick something with a 12. An A12, or an A22, you know, getting into the Academy series. So it's a nice smaller guitar. It's great for anyone. Kind of helps bridge that gap between the smaller GS Minis and a full body guitar. And look at that full body tone. And for being such a small guitar, it sounds great. I love these guitars specifically because I myself, being a little bit on the larger side, having a small body guitar like the Grand Theater is perfect for going out and gigging because I'm not feeling like I'm stuck in one spot with a big guitar, or I don't feel like I'm playing something too small. It kind of lands perfectly for me. So this is my pick for the week, the GT811E. Anything from the Grand Theater series, if you have questions about it, just give us a call, shoot us an email, or just come in and say hi, and we'll be happy to walk you through them. Companies put out new models from time to time, and maybe we're just not sure what they are or what they're capable of. and we're happy to put one in your hands and see if it works for you. So that was today's Live at 5. We'll do a quick walkthrough of everything we talked about real quick, and then we'll be on with our way. So as I just discussed, this is the Taylor GT811E Grand Theater. My pick of the week. I think it's the best pick, but it's because it's mine. Dylan chose the D41 and introduced us to that. So like I said, with the D41, spruce top, East Indian rosewood body, just like what I'm holding here. But you start getting into the more intricate details, the mother of pearl, the abalone, the beautiful work done on there. The SRA S7S, I'm getting it mixed up. But the Ibanez has got 7 strings. The ADG, EADG tuning, 3 fretless strings, 4 fretted strings, piezo pickup, less than $2,000, and comes with an Ibanez soft case. Very much worth it for anyone who's looking to cover all the grounds as a bass player. Our Fender Custom Shop Pink Paisley, aged Pink Paisley. It's a 50s thin line telly. Brilliant work on that. Phenomenal guitar. Like I said, it comes with the build sheet and the case. And then, let's see. The Court Effector. If you like a pedal board at the fingertips in the palm of your hand, it's all right here on this guitar, and it works. Come in, plug it in, see what you get from it. It's pretty neat. This is definitely a very unique piece, and I'm jealous of whoever's going to buy it. So that's this week's Live at 5. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. My name's Jack. I'll see you next week at 5 o'clock.